What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be previewing Southampton at home once again, this time in the Premier League. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you're enjoying the content, enjoying the football content, enjoying the Manchester City content, then make sure you help support my channel by subscribing, pressing that red button and pressing the bell, putting your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do upload. Don't forget also you can check out my social media links, which you can find in description below for my Twitter and Instagram. I'm popping up on screen if you want to go and search for me and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video and let me know your thoughts in the comments below with your score prediction for this game and your team prediction also. So we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to first up look at our opposition Southampton. Once again, while Ryan Bertrand is still suspended, I'm expecting to see Hojbjerg, who was covering at left back I think in the Carabao Cup game. We may well see Ward-Prowse starting in this game too, but in my opinion, I think that most, if not all, of the League Cup team deserve to start for Southampton in this game. They lost their last game 3-1 against Manchester City, played really well in the second half. They'll have more confidence than the team that went out that lost 9-0 at home against Leicester City. Stevens will probably be starting, scoring his goal after Manchester City, against Manchester City. McCarthy in net as well, I'd go with him. He did okay in the game, rather than Angus Gunn. To be honest, yeah, I'd probably go with most of their League Cup team. They did them proud, they did a good performance. Manchester City just ended up making it more about quality. They have lessons to be learnt, and if they go with that team, it'll be interesting to see what lessons they've learnt and where they go from there. Now Southampton, they've still not won since knocking out Portsmouth in the League Cup. Got poor form since running from September. Finding them 18th in the Premier League. Manager surely now under a lot of pressure. They're going to want to keep this game nice and tight and stay in it for as long as possible and try and put Manchester City under pressure probably later in the game if Man City don't end up breaking down Southampton. So they're going to want to keep this nice and tight. A team that's probably going to target things like set pieces, long throws, balls over the top. Things like that, kick and chase, things, you know, that's what I'm expecting anyway. So it's up to Manchester City to be able to break them down, and Southampton, they'll want to keep the score, well, not as low as possible. They want to keep it at 0-0 for as long as possible. Like, they'll probably be more than happy for it to be like 1-0 in like the 75th minute or something like that to Manchester City. They'd be happy with that. They've got something to work for. Like, they're not going to want to like concede after 10 minutes and find themselves 2-0 down after 15 like Watford did and end up getting battered by us. They're going to want to stay in the game for as long as possible, and like I said, just look to be nice and tight and look to try and put Manchester City under pressure that way. So for me, sooner Manchester City get a 2-goal cushion, the better the game will be. For us, personally, for Southampton, I'm sure they'll want to keep that as low as possible and try and grind out something, like a 0-0 or a 1-1 or something like that. I mean, can't rule out Man City losing the game because it's a Premier League game. Can't rule out losing anything. It's typical Manchester City, of course. Realistically though, we need to be winning this game and putting Liverpool under as much pressure going into the game against them next weekend. So we need to put them under as much pressure as possible. For us, Fernandinho, he is back from suspension. I'm expecting us to try and just grind our way through a result. Like City have a habit of getting like 2 or 3 goals and then just sitting back and taking it easy and start thinking about the next game because we're playing every 3-4 days. That's just how it is. It's like a robotic way for Manchester City to play. So yeah, something for us to try and work towards. I mean, try and get the 2 or 3 goals and just kind of sit. That's why we conceded against Southampton really in the last League Cup game, just not doing the jobs properly. So that'll give Southampton confidence, scoring a goal, knowing that set pieces may well be a weakness of Manchester City. So like I said, Southampton's got lessons to learn, so it'll be interesting to see what lessons Man City have learnt from it too. For injury news, Laporte, Sane, Rodri, probably Angelino too, because I've filmed this video before the press conference had come out, so we've got a little bit of an update on Angelino. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that his injury isn't too serious, but I'm expecting it to be probably Benjamin Mendy starting at left back, but I can't rule out Joao Cancelo starting at left back either. Will it be Aguero? Will it be Jesus starting up front? Will Phil Foden start? We've got a midweek Champions League game in Italy. Phil Foden's going to be suspended for that, so may well be a good time to try and utilise him. Will we go with him? I'm not too sure. Expect changes from the game that we had in the League Cup game against Southampton. Expect us to make changes, be a stronger 11 that will be going out. But I'm expecting at least a few of the players to be able to retain the players because we're playing every 3-4 days. We're in Italy in our next game, so there'll be changes there. So any player that was in the senior team that played in the last Premier League game but didn't play in this Premier League game, that I expect most of them probably to be starting in this game. Like I said, just a few players just to keep hold of their positions. I'm expecting this not to be a classic game, but I'm hoping comfortable. I'll take that. A comfortable Manchester City performance at home, bringing home the 3 points. That's all that matters. My score prediction, 3-0 to Manchester City. Going to pop up my team prediction now for you. I've gone for Ederson in goal, Joao, Cancelo at right back, Benjamin Mendy at left back, Fernandinho and Otamendi. Fernandinho, of course, back from suspension. I've gone for him and Otamendi. Otamendi fresh from scoring. Hopefully we'll be able to take a bit of confidence now, finally, in his performances from scoring a goal, that he may be able to kick on and start to improve his defensive form and help Man City to keep clean sheets. I mean, he was influential in the 17-18 season, but since then, been a bit suspect. So hopefully that might just be the pivotal moment where he can just start to turn his season around. Here's hoping. I've got for Gundogan at defensive midfield, De Bruyne and David Silva to be starting in this game. Like I said, we could see Foden, we could see De Bruyne and Phil Foden starting. David Silva having a full week's rest and coming in again for the Champions League and Liverpool game. I do not know. I've gone for Mahrez to keep hold of his place along with Raheem still and give Bernardo Silva a full rest for him to play in the next 2 games. If he ends up not starting this game, let him play in Italy and play in the Liverpool game. So I've gone for Mahrez, Sterling and Aguero, fresh from his scoring a brace against Southampton. I'd play him again, in my opinion. I know how Pep works, it'll probably be Jesus, but personally, I'd go for Aguero. Love to know your thoughts in the comments below, of course, with your team prediction and score prediction. This game, Saturday, 3 PM GMT kickoff, November 2nd, 2019, Etihad Stadium, Premier League action again. Our last Premier League game at, our last game at the Etihad Stadium before another international break. The joys. The game isn't on television in the UK, probably is elsewhere, so you'll be able to find a stream. Wink, wink. If you're not going to the game, Liverpool playing at 3 o'clock on a Saturday too. They're away at Aston Villa. Tricky game for them. Come on, Aston Villa. We're 6 points behind Liverpool. Hopefully we can win and keep, at its worst, if we do win this game, at least 6 points as we play Liverpool next in the Premier League. All to play for at Anfield, but first we need to think of this game and bring home the 3 points. Let's not forget Liverpool have got a congested fixture list coming up, going through in the League Cup. Jurgen Klopp's even spoke of chucking the League Cup. They've got the Club World Challenge, or whatever it's called, 2 coming up in December. Liverpool's fixture list is going to be hectic. It's going to be even. They might be playing as many games as what City are. Not all of them are Premier League though, so things will start to catch up with itself. So if we could just put Liverpool under that little bit more pressure, I'm confident we can kick on from there. And if we can get to Liverpool, get to within 1 result, so a win for us and a loss for them, get to within them at the international break, I think that would be superb. I think that would be absolutely brilliant. But first, we need to get this weekend done and dusted, and let's end the week on a high. Then move into next week, Champions League and Liverpool to focus on. So there we go, that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed this video. Make sure also you leave your thoughts in the comments below, your score and team prediction. Subscribe if you're new around here, press the red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. You can go check out my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my social medias if you so wish, staying up to date with everything happening with Manchester City, JSGC and football news. Stay tuned for that. One last note before I end the video, Manchester City have drawn Oxford away, by the way, if you weren't aware, in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals, which will be played, I think, the week before, not the week coming up to Christmas, but the week before, like the 17th, 18th, normally around then, of December, so whatever the midweek is closest to them, so I think it'll be played then. So yeah, Oxford away. Let me know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Match wasn't even drawn on television, it was done on the radio. Strange cup. There we go, that's been the video. I'll see you all again for the next video. So it's been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.